Hey everybody, it's Sean from GoPart.com. We're here today. We're going to be showing you how to replace the interior door handle on a 2004 Ford Explorer. It should be about the same as any 2001 to 2004, maybe 5. Sport Track might be a tiny bit different, but for the most part the repair is going to be the same. We are going to have to take off a door panel to do this, or it at least makes it a little easier too. I recommend doing it. It only takes a couple of minutes. So I'm going to show you how to do all that. What we're going to have to do is we're going to need a 7mm socket and a ratchet. There are two 7mm bolts along the bottom here we'll have to remove. I'd recommend a flat blade screwdriver. Makes it a little easier. As well as, once we get this off, there'll be a 6mm bolt that secures the handle to the door frame. So we'll show you how to do that right now. A fairly easy procedure that can save you some money, provided you know what you're doing. Okay, now we're removing the door panel. The first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to remove these two 6mm bolts that are on the bottom of the panel here. I already had one of them started. They are long bolts, so they can take more turns than you would expect to get out. And I believe I misspoke. I'm sorry. These are going to be 7mm bolts. I think I may have told you 6. Okay. So now we got those bolts out, so we can move on. Okay, now with our 7mm screws out, the little flat blade screwdriver that I took here, you can go ahead and pop this bezel off. Okay. And that's what covers your door handle there. Now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and lift and remove the power window switch. Okay, you want to slide that toward the hinge side, and on the back, which I'll show you in a second, are two wiring harnesses here. Go ahead and push down the tab, pull those out, and there's our power window switch out. And your harnesses are right here on the back. Now that we have the power window switch out, I want to go ahead and get you a better angle. There's a 6mm bolt right here, or I'm sorry, a 7. I've done that twice already. A 7mm bolt here, so I'm going to go ahead and loosen that. Okay. I've got that bolt out. Okay, now you want to go ahead and pop the panel free. Little tabs on the back that kind of hold it in place. Okay, and you can now lift up and remove the door panel. See if I can get you a good view here. These are the clips that we were just lifting up on. Some have the kind that snap in. I actually think these are much better. Of course, that's the back of the panel there. So get that out of the way. Now, if you're looking to change out your interior door handle, very simple. We already have the door panel off, so we'll take our 6mm socket and a ratchet. I got a small extension on here just to make things a little bit easier. All right, you're going to loosen the small 6mm bolt that's just underneath the assembly there. Okay, and then you can just slide your door handle toward the hinge side. There's going to be some retaining clips on the back and on the underside. And what those do is those secure the locking cables in place. So what we'll do is we'll first get this top one undone. Need a small flat blade screwdriver to lift it there. Oh, inside the door panel it goes. That's okay, I'm going to be getting inside the door panel in a few minutes, but you don't want that to happen, obviously. What you want to do is you want to slide that bar, that rod, there you go, from the back. Little clamp here. Okay. And then we're going to want to take our cable here, slide it from the assembly, and then you can remove it right from the door panel. There's our handle. Okay, there's nothing wrong with our handle, so we're going to go ahead and put it right back on here. Our clip in place, rod's right back in there. What we're going to want to do is lift up the locking rod so that way it's backing out of the way. Now see, now the real difficulty here is we have to get the rod engaged to the back of our handle where there's not a lot of room. So we got to kind of work it up and in. So we're tortoise here. And I think I might need to use a screwdriver to pull this down a little bit to get an angle from the top so I can lock it in there. See if we got an opening. Again, you always want to be careful when you're peeling this back. You want to keep the epoxy as intact as possible, because that's going to prevent us from having to use any to get it right back in there. Yeah, there we go. That's what I want. I was going to try and show you how to do it without doing this, but we're going to have to pull this back some. And then we're going to access the handle through the door panel to reattach that locking rod to the back of the handle assembly there. And if you did what I did and dropped the little clip that's on top of the locking rod there, you're going to have to do this anyway so you can fish it out of your door panel. Okay. That pulled back. Now we can get to the back of the locking rod the way we really need to. So simply reach behind. I wish I can get you a better angle of this. See if I can. And there, we'll go ahead and pop it in like that. That's going to be your best bet. snap that into place. And we'll go ahead and fish out the tab that goes on top that drop inside the door panel. Right there. Okay. And that's going to snap on just like that onto the mount. Okay. Now with that in place, it's a simple matter of hooking it back into the holes on the door frame. Make sure everything works. Everything seems to be working just fine. So then we'll go ahead and reattach the door panel and we're all set. So with our handle now wired up, all we have to do is simply tighten the 6mm bolt that secures it here. We'll reattach the door panel and then we're all set. So now that we're done doing whatever it is you were doing on the inside of your door panel here, we can go ahead and reattach it. What you want to do is feed your wiring harnesses through this little opening here. So we're going to have to reattach those. There we go. Just sort of line everything up. These little indents mean we're going to have some hooks that go there. Go ahead and just sort of work your way around. The adhesive should still be working. If it's not, you can use a little bit if you like. Once you mount the door on, though, it won't be going anywhere. Make sure you have everything reconnected the way it needs to be. Okay, all that's in place. Okay, we can go ahead and now move to reattaching our speaker. Connect the wiring harness. Tighten up our 6mm bolts. Grab our door panel. Basically, you're going to use these hanging tabs, and we're going to do just that. We're going to hang it right on the door, kind of line them up to the best of your ability. Everything should be flush once you got it in the right spot. That's what I love about these door panels. Switch to our 7mm socket ratchet extension. Go ahead and tighten the bolt here. Try not to drop and destroy your tools. Okay, now we'll go ahead and move on to reattaching our panels there.